So we will go through from question one first. We'll go through from question one first. Okay, so Shazan, we have two friends who are at the center. There's Humaira and Safa at the center. So we will go through the questions one by one. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with question one. Okay, so we'll take turns to answer. We'll take turns to answer. Shazan, maybe we'll start with you. Question one, what do you think is the answer, Shazan? Which part makes food for the plant?
Number 2.
Number two, very good. Number two, what's that part called, Shazan?
The leaf.
The leaf, correct. Yeah. So number two, okay, this is the leaf. Okay, and the leaf makes food for the plant. You all know, girls, you know, Safa, Humaira. Okay, so you learn in P3, I believe, that the leaf absorbs what? The leaf absorbs what? Sunlight. Good, right? The leaf absorbs sunlight. The leaf absorbs sunlight in order to make food. Good. The leaf absorbs sunlight to make food. Okay, now let's talk about part 1, part 3, and part 4 also lah. Okay. Humaira, part 1, what do you think this is? What is it called? Flower. Good. Okay, Safa, what is this part called? Fruit. Good. Okay, Shazan, back to you. What is this part called, Shazan? Part 3. What is this part called, Shazan? Stem. Good. Okay. Humaira, part 4, what is it called? Part 4. The root. Good. Okay. Okay, now the flower, okay, will become something, you know. The flower eventually will become, guess what part it will become? One of these parts. The flower will turn into something. Safa say fruit. Humaira? You agree with Safa? Shazan, what do you think?
Fruit.
Good. The flower will become a fruit. The flower will become a fruit. Good. Okay. The fruit, inside the fruit, you will have something. The fruit contains, yes, the fruit contains seeds. Okay. The seeds will actually grow into something, you know. The seeds, every single seed will grow into a new one. Fruit? Not fruit. The seed will grow into a, yes. So seeds will grow into plants. The seeds will grow into plants, into new plants. Let's put the word new. So you all can write as I write also lah. Okay, now what about the stem? What's the purpose of the stem? The stem. What will the stem do? The stem holds.
Hold the plant upright.
Upright. Very good, Shazan. Good. The stem will hold the plant upright. So, okay, so the plant is not slanted lah. Yeah, the stem holds the plant upright. Okay, when the stem holds the plant upright, then the leaves can, okay, then the leaves can absorb sunlight. Then the leaves can absorb sunlight easily. When the stem holds the plant upright, the leaves can absorb sunlight easily. Oops, sorry. Okay, because if the stem doesn't hold the plant upright, let's say the stem is like that, okay, then some of the leaves are here, right? Then basically, the sun is over here, right? So basically, some of the leaves might get sunlight, some of the leaves might not get sunlight lah. Okay, might not get much sunlight lah. Yeah. Okay, now what about the roots? What about the roots? What's the purpose of the roots?
Absorb water and minerals.
Very good. So, as Shazan said, the root, okay, every single root, plural roots, but singular, here they point at one, so we say root only lah. So, root will absorb water and minerals. Okay, there's another purpose, no? The roots will absorb water and minerals. The roots will also do something else. What will the roots do? I give you a clue. When the wind blows, will the plant fly away? No. Why does the plant not fly away when the wind blows? Why?
Because the roots are strong.
The roots are strong, yes. So because the roots
They
are
hold
strong,
firmly to the ground.
yes, good. You all hear what Shazan said? Safa, could you repeat what Shazan said? Correct, good. So the roots will hold the plant to the ground. So the roots, there's this word anchor. You can learn this word anchor. So the roots, okay. So basically the roots absorb water and mineral salts, or you can say root absorb water and minerals. Okay, the roots also, the roots, I put here lah, roots also anchor. So you can use the word anchor lah. Roots also anchor the plant. Hold on, let me just crop this part here, put it on the left lah. Okay, so the roots also anchor the plant to the ground. Okay, so the answer, okay, as what Shazan said, the answer, okay, the answer is number 2. The answer is number 2. Can I? All right. Okay, shall we check out the next one? Oh, not done yet. Okay. Okay, we'll wait for a while. Okay, everyone copies the notes. Can? Done. Okay, good. Now, question 2. Question 2. Okay. Safa dan Humaira. Safa, what do you think? Humaira also think of the answer. Shazan, I think you know the answer. Shazan, what's your answer, Shazan? Shazan says 3. Safa and Humaira, you want to guess what the answer is? This is a floating water plant. Floating water plant. So, floating water plant. So basically, you see, when we talk about water plants, aquatic plants, water plants, some plants are inside the water, you know. Some plants can be inside the water, somewhere there. But some plants, okay, basically are floating. Some plants are partially submerged, some plants are floating. So this is a floating plant. It's not a submerged plant, meaning it's not a plant that's underwater. It's actually floating. Only the roots are underwater. Okay, so let's look at the statements that these three people mentioned, Wharton, Xavier, and Yenfern. Wharton says, part A makes food for the plant. Part A makes food for the plant. Does it, you agree? Part A makes food for the plant. What is part A? Flower. So, the flower, does the flower make food for the plant or not? No, right? The flower does not make food for the plant. So that means Wharton is correct or wrong? Wrong. So what? Okay. So number two, correct or wrong? Wrong, because they are asking which statement or statements is or are correct. So number two is wrong. Number three, correct or wrong? Wrong, because there's Wharton here. There's Wharton here, so wrong lah. Because Wharton is wrong. Any answer with Wharton inside is wrong lah. Then what about Xavier? Part B. Part B is okay. You all mentioned that part B is the leaf. Does the leaf keep the plant upright, or is it the stem that keeps the plant upright? The stem. So this one is wrong. Okay. Because part B is not a stem. Or I can say part B is not the stem. Part B is not the stem. So part B is wrong lah. What about part C? Part C. Part C takes in water. Correct. Part C is the root, because they're pointing at one. If they point, you see, sometimes they point like this, then you say roots, because okay, they are pointing at more than one. Then you say roots plural lah, with the S at the back. But here singular, no? Here they point at one, so it's root only. Okay, so Yenfern is correct. Xavier, and here Xavier is wrong, right? Yenfern is correct, right? So this answer has Xavier inside, so it's wrong lah. So answer is number one. Answer is number one. Make sense? Right? Humaira, make sense? Shazan, make sense? Make sense, eh? Okay. Ken, next question, Next question. Now time is okay. We take a break maybe at 4:45 lah. Okay. Question 3. Whose turn is it to answer? Okay, I think Shazan, back to you lah. Shazan, Safa, then Humaira. Okay. Shazan, number 3, what's the answer, Shazan? There are 4 setups.
2.
Shazan says number 2. Number 2, Safa and Humaira agree or not? You agree? That is number 2. Makes sense. You see, this word germinate, is it familiar? Shazan has learned. Safa and Humaira, have you learned the word germinate? Okay, now, you see, you've learned already. Yeah, I think you learned in P3, right? Right. So you see, seeds grow into what? New? Seeds grow into new plants. Okay, now, the new plants can exist as, okay, maybe I can say seeds will grow first into young plants, right? Seeds will grow into young plants, okay? And young plants are known by another name that starts with S, you know. Seedlings, yes. Seeds grow into young plants, which are called seedlings. Then, okay, then the seedlings will grow into what plants? Adult plants, correct. Okay, now you see, this process of seeds growing into young plants, this process, you've heard of the word process, right? Right. Shazan also know the word process, right? Process means method lah. The process is called what? The clue is germinate. What's the word? What's the word? So it's called, the process is called, germinate is the verb lah. The noun is germinate. Okay, so the process is germination. So what is germination? Oops. What is germination? Germination is basically the process where the seed grows into young plants. Okay. So germination. Okay. So basically, okay. So the process. Okay. Maybe I do the arrow this way. Okay. The process where the seeds grow into young plants. That process is called germination. Okay. Now, for germination to happen, okay, for germination to happen, three things are needed. Okay, three things are needed. Okay, the three things are called WOW. A lot of people remember this acronym WOW. Humaira remember. Safa remember? Shazza remember? Okay, Humaira, what is WOW? W. The first W stands for water. O stands for
Oxygen.
oxygen. Good. And the last W stands for
Warm.
So Shazza remembers warmth. Warmth. Yeah. Because you see, where do you put the seeds if you want? Wait, maybe I write here lah. Can you when you want to plant this? Have you planted seeds in the ground before? Right. You have. Safa has. Shazad, have you planted any trees? Have you planted? Have you put seeds in the ground before? So you see, if you want to make a new plant, you have to put the seed inside the ground. Cannot put on top. Right. But of course, in the jungle, in the forest, if let's say, a monkey eats a mango lah, for example, right? Then the monkey, okay, throws the mango seed onto the ground. The monkey won't bury the mango seed in the ground, right? How does the seed enter the ground? What do you think? Shazad, what do you think? Let's say a monkey eats the mango. Then the monkey spits out the seed or takes the seed and throws onto the ground. How will you see, you know that for the seed to grow into a new plant, germination needs to happen. For germination to happen, the seed must be inside the soil. Correct or not? Seed must be inside the soil. The question is, how does the seed enter the soil? How does it go inside the soil? The monkey won't dig a hole and put the seed inside and cover the seed, right? So how do you think the seed enters the soil? Okay. What might happen? Imagine a rhino and the elephant comes. What do you think the elephant or rhino will do? Step on so when let's say an elephant steps on the seed, what will happen? The seed will go into the soil, right? That means it goes into the ground. Now, is the ground warm or cold? Shazan? The girl say warm. Do you agree? No? Inside the soil, is it warm or cold?
Warm.
Warm lah. Warm lah. So, inside the soil, there is warmth. I highlight the word. Inside the soil, there is warmth. Is there water or not inside the soil? What if it rains? Of course, there will be rain lah, right? If there's rain, water will enter the soil. What about oxygen? Oxygen is basically what? Oxygen is in the air. Good. Oxygen is in the air. Is there air inside the soil? Actually, there is a bit. Right, Shazan? Makes sense, huh? There is a bit, because you see, there are always air spaces. Yeah, there's air spaces. So maybe we can put in air spaces inside the soil. Okay, there'll be oxygen, meaning there'll be air inside the air spaces inside the soil. Yeah, there'll be like tiny holes. Because you see, sometimes when you look inside if you dig through the soil, after you see some rocks, some stones, right? Right. Then after that, you know, in between the soil and the rocks, there'll be small air spaces lah. Not so there's oxygen. So when the seeds receive water, oxygen, and warmth, the seed will grow into a seedling. Then the seedling will then grow into the adult plant. Okay, now we look at this question. In which setup or setups would the seeds germinate? That means in which setup will the, in which setup or which setups would the seed grow into young plants? Okay, so we know we need the three things: water, oxygen, warmth. Now we look at setup A first. Let's look at setup A first. This one, setup A. Wet tissue. When you have wet tissue, do you have water? No? Yes, you have. Okay, so
Because the tissue is wet.
correct. Yes, yes. Like what Shazan said lah. There's water because the tissue is wet. Is there oxygen now? Yes. Okay. So there's wet tissue, or maybe I put like this. Okay. So basically there is water, there is oxygen. What about warmth? Is there warmth? We can say there's warmth lah. There's warmth. Yeah, we can assume there's warmth lah. Yeah. Okay, the seed is placed on the wet tissue. So basically there is a bit of warmth because the wet tissue it will mimic the soil. It's a little bit similar to soil, a little bit. Okay. Okay, so basically there's water, oxygen, warmth. So A is correct. So if A is correct, anything without A, you see number 3, number 4. Is A inside number 3 or number 4? No. So we cross out number 3, number 4. Not correct lah. Okay. That means, okay, you see, option 1 and option 2 has no B. That means B is definitely wrong. And you know that for B, there's dry tissue, no water. No water, so cannot lah. No water. So no water, no germination. Right. This one, D also, you see the word dry. Dry means no water. Then what about C? C, basically you have water. Okay, of course you have oxygen. In the cupboard, there's oxygen, what? Okay, there is air in the cupboard, correct? There's air inside. Okay, there is air inside the cupboard. So that means there's water, there's oxygen, and there's warmth lah. That means there will be germination. Good. Yeah. Okay, now does it matter whether the cupboard is dark or whether there's a lamp in the cupboard, like there's a light in the cupboard? Does it matter now? Does it matter? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Why? Because you need sunlight for what? To make food. Yeah. So does the seed need sunlight? The seed has no leaves, what? Right. The seed has no leaves, so no need sunlight lah. So that's why the answer is number 2. Okay. So remember, dark cupboard okay because only leaves, not seeds. A lot of people forget this lah. Only leaves, not seeds. Only leaves, not seeds. Maybe I'll put only leaves need sunlight. Only leaves need sunlight, not seeds. Okay, only leaves will need sunlight. Seeds do not need sunlight. Seeds just need water, oxygen, warmth. That's it. All right. Now, okay, Safa, your turn. Then Humaira. Question 4. Question 4. Alamak, botak lah. No leaves. Botak 3. Right, Shazan? Botak. Tak ada leaves. No leaves. No leaves. All the leaves all eaten up. That means no leaves. Gone. No leaves. Okay, now, when there are no leaves, what can the tree not do? You look at the first option. Make food. Make food. No leaves, what? So cannot lah. Cannot make food lah. Okay, now ready for the next one? Okay, now Humaira, your turn. Question 5. Question 5. Ali carried out an experiment. Okay, now you see, you have a seed in air. Does it have water? It's in air, no? No, water is not touching the seed. Right. So not in contact with water. The seed is not in contact with water. Kan? Okay. Then what about the seed that's partially in water? This seed. So basically, you see, this seed, is it in contact with water? Partially in water. That means there is contact, right? And of course, the seed that's completely in water is of, okay, this seed is also in contact, right? Okay, so both seeds are in contact with water. Yes. Okay, now you know that, okay lah, I mean, the thing is, if you ask which seed will germinate, then you need to ask yourself whether there is wow or not lah. Okay, but in this case, they do not. Okay, if you want to know whether the seed will germinate, you have to ask, is there wow? Okay, if there's no wow, then basically there's no germination, right? But in this case, they are not asking whether there's wow or not, whether there's germination. They're asking what is the change variable. So now we have to recall the three types of variables. We have to recall the three types of variables lah, basically. But anyway, the thing is, never mind. You just maybe for P4. Okay, there's only one in every experiment. In every experiment, because in P4, maybe I would just say in every experiment. Okay, only in every experiment, there's only one change variable. Only one changed variable. Okay, in every experiment, there's only one change variable. So all the other variables are, start with C. What's the word? What's the word? Shazan, you know the word? All the other variables are, okay, let's play hangman. I say start with C lah. Okay, some people call it this word, some people call it by this term, some people call it fixed variables. All the other variables are fixed variables, so you can say something variable. Okay, guess a letter. Oh, there's one O. Humaira? One A. Shazan? Guess a letter. Hangman.
C.
T for tree, is it? Or D for donkey?
C.
Huh?
C.
C is already in front. Another letter?
D.
One more letter. D, yeah.
Yeah.
D, no D. Another letter?
M.
No M.
L.
No L. One more?
X.
No X. Okay, back to Safa. One N. Two N's. Humaira? E. No E. Shazan, back to you.
R.
No R. Safa?
T.
Yeah, there are two. Okay, there are two T's. Yeah. So what's the word? Constant. Constant variables are also known as, what they are right here? Fixed variables. Constant variables are also known as fixed variables. Fixed means what? Can change or cannot change? Cannot change lah. That means they are kept the same lah. kept the same lah. That means the fixed variables, also known as constant variables, are variables which are kept the same. Variables which are kept the same. Okay, so in this experiment, you look at what are the, maybe we ask ourselves what the variables which are kept the same. Then we ask ourselves, what is the change variable? Yeah? What are the variables which are kept the same? All three of you, Shazad, Safar, what are the variables you keep the same? This type of seed must be the same now. Must be the same lah. You can have durian seed, mango seed, grape seed, cannot lah. Grape seed, cannot lah. Okay, so concept number one, type of seed you must keep the same. Yeah. Then what about the size of the seed? The mass of the seed must be the same, no? Size, mass, yes. Okay. The size of the seed, the mass of the seed must be the same. Mass means like, you know, basically how heavy it is like. What else, What else? Everything else is supposed to be the same lah. Okay, never mind. So the change variable in this case is the what? So what number? Number two, right? Volume of water, right? Myra agree? Shazan agree? Volume of water. Yeah. Okay. But this question, in this experiment, basically there are three setups lah, right? There are three setups. In each setup, you've got one seed, but this seed is in air. This seed is partially submerged. That means it receives some air. This seed is underwater, but there are actually tiny air bubbles in the water. But then again, they don't actually receive exactly the same amount of air. That's why this question is a tiny bit weird. Okay, presence of light, of course, no lah, no light lah. No light for the bottom floor. Yeah lah, basically the amount of light received is a non-issue lah, because the thing is there are no leaves and yeah lah, there are no plants with leaves. Okay, so basically basically you see sometimes the question might be a bit weird. All you have to do is guess what the teacher who made this question wants you to say. That's all. Right. This question a bit weird because you see, when you talk presence of air, this seed hardly receives air, lah. Right. But we know the question wants the teacher who made this question want you to say water. So that's why the answer is water, lah. Okay. But what's for sure is that the constant variables are these three. That's for sure. These three variables are definitely the same. Okay, now let's check out the next question lah. 439, right? You have to go somewhere. Okay, next one. Soon, break soon. Okay, question 6. Whose turn is it? Your turn. Humaira's turn. Okay, Humaira, question 6. Plant transport system. Movement of substances inside the stem. Movement of substances inside the stem. I think this one, they will go through in great detail in P5, you know. But for now, I think you don't have to know in very great detail. This one, you can use logic, you know. You can use common sense, use logic. Because you see, what part makes the food? The leaves make the food. Then will the food get stuck in the leaves, or will the food go somewhere? No lah. Then the rest of the plant also need the food, right? The leaves make food for the whole plant. Wait, maybe I write over here lah. The leaves my friends, the leaves make food for the whole plant lah. Remember, the leaves make food for the whole plant. Then so that means you see, if you have okay, let's say you have like this kind of plant. Ugly lah my drawing. Okay, so I'm drawing a plant with 3 leaves lah. Apa like 3 leaves. with apa? With 3 roots and 4 leaves. Yeah. So this is a weird looking plant with 3 roots and 4 leaves. Now the leaves make food. Okay, the leaves make food. Then the food, for the food to go to, you see now, where does the food need to go? Considering the fact that every part of the plant needs the food, okay, every part of the plant needs the food. Okay, so basically, if every part of the plant, okay, needs the food, then that means which other part needs the food? The roots, right? The roots, right? So basically, the roots also need food, what? Okay. So I put here roots also need food. So how, okay, how will the roots get the food? There has to be like a pathway lah, right? There has to be a pathway. So that means there's to be like a particular, okay, like path lah, you know. There has to be like a road, okay, for the food to go along, right? So so basically, how will the food from the leaves reach the roots? The food from the leaves will go down the stem to the roots. Alamak, wait, I should use blue for water. Sorry. Maybe I use, let's see, I use ini pink lah. Okay, so okay, the food from the leaves, the food from all the leaves will go down the stem to the roots. Okay, so I'll just write it down. So basically, the roots need food. So, okay, the food from the leaves, okay, will go down the stem. Okay, and enter the what? Enter the roots. Then when the food enters the roots, then the roots get some energy. Yeah. Then what will the roots do? The roots then will before the roots before that the roots will absorb water and just now what Shazan said lah, water and minerals. Correct? Then basically, when the roots absorb water, will the water stay there or will the water go elsewhere also? So the water and the minerals also, water and minerals, okay, need to go to which other part? This part, right? So the water from the roots, okay, need to travel through the stem to the what? To the leaves lah. Right. Water and minerals from the roots, okay, go up the stem to the leaves lah. So that's the okay. So basically, yeah, this is something that we bear in mind. So remember, the leaves need to go to all parts of the plant. The water and minerals need to go to all parts of the plant. Yeah. Okay. So what's the answer, Humaira? Substance A. Substance A goes from where to where? Mana dia pergi? Substance A goes from the leaves. Okay, substance A goes from the leaves to the stem to the root. So, what is substance A? Tengok betul-betul. Look carefully. Wait, which one? Food or water? Food lah, kan?
Food.
What Shazan say? Substance A must be food. So you see, you tak payah kelang kabut tu. You can basically just write here. Substance A, Substance A basically you can just say substance A is food. Then substance B is what, Shazan? Substance B goes from the roots. Anything that goes
Water.
must be water and minerals. Okay, so here they put water only, but like what Shazan says, it's actually water and minerals. So you see, A must be food, B must be water. So answer is number 4. Good. Yeah, nah? Okay, now, shall we take a break now or later?
Now.
Let's take, Shazan say now. Safa? Humaira say now. Okay, Safa? Now, huh? Okay. So, okay, no worries, no worries. Okay, we can take a break till 5 or 6. 10-minute break. Okay, while Humaira, you take your time and copy first. Eh? Okay, 5 or 6, I'll see you guys. Yeah, break till 5 or 6. You can get another snack if you. Yeah, if you're hungry, you can get one more snack. Aiya. Hmm. Okay. Everyone back, eh? Okay, question 7. Okay, now, whose turn is it? Huh? I think Shazan's, I think Shazan's turn. Shazan, question 7, what's your answer? Question 7. Stacy removed the roots. No roots, huh? No roots. So that means when Stacy removed the roots, there are no more roots left. The plant has no roots. So if the plant has no roots, right? If the the plant has no roots, okay, and this it's a big plant, it's a big plant. There's you have leaves. Of course, there. Some leaves are small, some leaves are big. Okay, there are leaves. Then there's a stem. Then there are flowers. Right, you've got 3 flowers lah. Okay, the question is, can the red water, the water is colored red, can this red water go up the plant or not? You will only know after you've seen this kind of question, you know. Now, sometimes, in order to know whether this can happen or not, whether water can go up the plant or not, you need some experience. You need to see questions like these, where, and where they will tell you what happens, lah. Okay, so you see, they say, part of the stem was damaged, but flower end was stained red. Stained red means become red in color. The flower end becomes red. So the flower end is red. Now, what about flower L and flower M? Red or not red? Not red, huh? This is the red color. This one. So this one is red. Okay. Then I use this black ink, black marker. Not red. Yeah, go. Okay, flower L and flower M are not red lah. Okay, so that means can water go up the plant or not? Can water go up the stem? Can or not? Can? Safa say can. Shazan, can Can water go up? Can. So water can go up. So the red water can go up and make this whole thing here become red. Mana ni red? Okay, so this flower becomes red lah. Then they say part of the stem was damaged. If part of the stem was damaged, if part of the stem was damaged, that means, okay, that means part of the stem was like a bit broken. Okay, then can the rainwater go past flower end or cannot? What do you think? Can it go beyond flower end or cannot? Can it go up or cannot? Cannot, huh? Cannot. So, okay, so basically, okay, because flower L and flower M, flower L and flower M are not red. Because of that, you know that, okay, this part here of the stem, the part here is okay. This part is okay, not broken lah. Okay, this part is okay. This part might be broken. This part of the stem is broken. Okay. Why is our answer not A, not B? You know why? Because if this part is okay and this part is broken, then this flower C will then become red. But the question says that only flower N, this flower M would be red, but flower M is not red. Because flower M is not red and only flower N is red, that means only this part is the part that is broken. Okay, so the answer must be what? The answer must be 4. So the answer must be number 4. Make sense, huh? Hey, wait. Sorry, wait, hold on, wait. No, the answer must be C, must be number 3. Yeah, the answer must be number 3. Yeah, answer key says 4, but I think there's an error lah. So this part C must be broken because part D allows water to go through all the way to flower N. Yeah. So part C is the one that's broken. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Any questions so far? Okay, okay. Okay, so we can check out the next question lah. Okay, so part B, yeah. So part C is the one that's broken lah. Okay, we check out the next one, Question 8. Question 8. Ready? Okay, question 8. Long question, one whole page. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sally placed similar. Similar means what? Same. Yes. Sally placed similar plants in identical containers E, F, G. Okay. So similar plants mean that they have exactly the same number of leaves. They have the same number of roots. The leaves are all of the same size, right? Then basically the roots are of the same number of roots, same size also lah. The roots are of the same size also. Okay, the question, okay. Then the question also says that the amount of water at the start of the experiment, okay, was the same. And all the plants were in the same location, right? You don't put one in Bedok, one in Tampines, one in Jurong. You put all in the same place, like all in Bedok, all in the same garden in Bedok, for example. Okay? Is it? What about you? Yeah. Okay, now, this person, Sally, measured the amount of water left in the container after 1 week. Yeah? Okay, now, this question requires us to look at it carefully lah. They are asking which of the following graphs, okay? Now the question is asking which of the following graphs, okay, which of the following graphs shows the amount of water left in each container at the end of 1 week? So what will the plant try to do? The roots of the plant, you see the roots are underwater, right? The roots are underwater. What will the roots, when roots touch water, what will the roots do? Absorb water. Here no minerals are just water. So the roots will try to absorb water. Now, which roots can absorb water? There's one setup in which there's one container in which the roots cannot absorb water. Which one? The roots will try to absorb water, but if the roots are blocked from the water, then the roots cannot absorb. Which roots cannot absorb water? E, F, or G? Which one?
G.
Why G? Look
But
at it.
there's two plant.
But are the roots touching water?
Yes.
If the roots touch water, can the roots absorb water?
Can.
Can. Which roots are not touching water? In which setup? E, F, or G? Not touching.
E.
E. Why? Because there's a plastic bag. What will the plastic bag do? The plastic bag will prevent, you all know the word prevent, right? Prevent. The plastic bag, okay, prevents the roots inside the bag, prevents the roots in the bag from touching water. Okay, so there's no contact lah with water. So if the roots don't touch water, can the roots absorb water? Cannot lah, right? So roots cannot absorb water in E. So if the roots cannot absorb water in E, then what about the amount of water left? What about the amount of water left? Will it decrease or will it not decrease? It will not decrease, right? It will not decrease. So basically for E, E forward. Okay, for E, the amount of water left will be unchanged, right? The amount of water left will be unchanged for E, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so basically, when the amount of water left is unchanged, we know that at the start, okay, it can be okay. So we bear that in mind first. Okay, then F can absorb water, G can absorb. You have two plants, that means absorb more, double the amount of water is F, right? So G absorbs. So F absorbs water, absorbs some water. G absorbs double. Okay, G absorbs double, 2 times as much. Okay, G absorbs double the amount of water as F. So that means the amount of water left in G will definitely be the least, right? So least amount of water left. Okay, least amount of water left. Okay, so that means I will pick. Okay, I think the most logical answer will be number 1. You agree, no? Because E unchanged, no change. Okay, okay. In F, some water absorbed. Some water absorbed, so some left. Okay, but in G, most water absorbed, so the least amount of water left. Okay, so in G, most amount of water absorbed, so least amount of water left. Oops. Least amount of water left. Yeah. So I would say the answer is number 1 lah. Yeah. You all agree? Can? Okay, Shazan agree? Can, Humaira agree, Okay, shall we check out the next one? Let me know when you're ready, guys. Can? Okay, quickly, Humana. Can? Cepat. Yeah. Okay, so as Humaira, right, the rest of you look through again, ask me if you have any questions. So I repeat, G absorbs double the amount of water as F. Okay, F absorbs some water, E will not absorb water. Hey, by the way, why is the oil there? You see the oil? This layer of oil, this layer of oil, this layer of oil. The oil is there for a reason. The oil will prevent, there's a process called evaporation. Heard of it? You will learn in P5. Okay, so the oil prevents evaporation of water. This one I just tell you just for your information. Prevents evaporation of water. Because if the oil is not there, then the water will escape. Some of the water on the surface will become a gas that's called water vapor that's in the air. So basically, if the oil is not there, the amount of water will disappear. More and more of the water will disappear with time. So you need the oil there. Okay? Always there'll be a barrier between the water and the air. Okay, now I move on. Okay, question 9. Question 9. Okay, you have W, plant W, plant X, plant Y. 3 plants. Okay? Each of these plants has a missing plant part. Now, so when we think of plant parts, we think of leaves. Right? Plant parts, we think of leaves, the roots, stem. We think of flowers and fruits lah. When it comes to flowering plants. Okay, non-flowering plants, of course, leaves, roots, stem only lah. Okay, now, if the plant cannot bear the fruit, okay, if the plant cannot bear the fruit, that means the plant does not have what? If the plant cannot bear the fruit, that means the plant has no flowers. Okay, no flowers. That's why no fruits. Right? So W, so we know the missing plant part for W is flowers. So that means we cross out 3 and 4. Right? We cross out 3 and 4 because they say leaves and roots salah. Right? Wrong. Okay, so it's either 1 or 2. Now, X cannot make food. They cannot make food. That means no leaves. So which is the answer? So we know. Number 1, correct. Number 1 is the answer. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Can Okay. Ready for the next one? Okay. Okay, next. Okay, question 10. Wow. The the tree fell to the ground during a thunderstorm. You know what a thunderstorm is? Heard of it? What is it?
Me. During the rain.
What? Huh?
Is it during the rain?
It's a weather event. Basically, a thunderstorm, okay, is okay an event like yeah. Basically, it's an event when there is very heavy rain. Sometimes when there's very heavy rain, you hear thunder, and you will see lightning. So there is thunder and lightning. Okay, now how do you think the tree fell? What happened to the tree? Do you think the tree fell because of the very strong wind or because of lightning? Very strong wind. Yeah, the tree looks like very thick and sturdy, but maybe the wind was extremely strong. Then the wind got, it got blown off the ground. Right, it got uprooted. So the tree, there's a word you can use. The tree was uprooted. Because of because of a strong wind. Okay, so it was, yeah. So basically, you can see even the roots came out, right? That's why the roots, you see, the roots anchor the tree to the ground. When the roots are blown away, of course, the tree is blown away, lah. Okay, now the tree, after a week, the tree was dying. Why was the tree dying after 1 week? Why was the tree dying? What do you think? Okay, the question is, okay, we know the stem of the tree, you see, it's a solid, straight stem, vertically upright stem. So the stem is supposed to ensure that a lot of the leaf, you see, what does the stem do? The stem is supposed to ensure, okay, but here, stem ensures that the leaves get close to the sun, right? The leaves at the top, you see, the leaves are at the top of the tree. When the stem is upright, when the stem is upright like that, then the leaves, okay, are close to the sun. So that why will the leaves want to get close to the sun? So that the leaves can absorb a lot of sunlight. Yeah, okay. To absorb sunlight, to absorb most sunlight lah, maximum sunlight. Okay, but now when the leaves, or when the tree falls, can the leaves still get sunlight? Safa say yes. Humaira? Can? Safa say yes. Do you agree with Safa? Humaira agrees. Shazad, do you agree with Safa? Yes. Why? Just because the leaves are on the ground, there are still some leaves which are exposed. Heard of the word exposed? Let's say the sun is here. Okay, some leaves still absorb sunlight. Some leaves can still absorb sunlight, although the tree is on the ground. Yeah? Okay, so that means the tree was dying, not because there is no sunlight, not because it cannot stand upright. Not because of reason number 4. It has to be reason number 3. Because the roots are not inside the what? Not inside the soil, right? Because the roots, okay, the roots are not, okay, the roots are not like nestled, they are not like, okay, fitted inside the soil. Okay, the roots are not stuck in the soil. So because the roots are not inside the soil, the roots cannot absorb water and minerals. So the roots need to be inside the soil. Okay? So the answer is number 3. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait. This is P4, term 0. Okay, correct. Okay, now question 11. Okay, question 11. Which of the following pairs of arrows, okay, shows the correct direction of movement of water? Now, this one, I think not too bad lah. Okay, so water will go from where to where? From the roots to the stem to the leaves. So what's the answer? Number number C, B and C, right? So B is correct, C is correct, A is wrong, D is wrong. So basically number two lah. Can I? Okay. 30 MCQs. Wait, 30 MCQs. Wait, hold on. Let's confirm. Confirm the 30 MCQs here. I'm not seeing. Okay. Okay, next question. Wait. Wait, somebody did 20 already. Okay. Ready for the next one? Can I? Question 12. Shazan, okay? Question 12. Okay, Shanti conducted an experiment. You have two setups. Setup A, setup B. Setup A, setup B. Now, the two setups were placed near a window. Why do you place the setups near the window? You want the plant to get what? Sunlight, right near a window so that sunlight can be obtained by the leaves. Okay, so leaves will get sunlight. Okay, the leaves will get sunlight. So after 3 days, okay, the leaves will get sunlight. And okay, so we know the leaves can get sunlight. Okay, and also based on what we talked about last, wait, which question was it? There was a question number, wait, question number 7, you see, there are no roots, but this flower got stained red. That means the water went up the plant to the flower. So basically, if you have the bottom of the stem, if you have the bottom of the stem in water, can water go up now? Like just now, we learned already, water can go up. But in the soil, different. In the soil, you need roots. If you have water like this, okay. Okay, now, so for question 12, okay, you have one plant with 4 leaves. Okay, we spot the difference. This plant, okay, this plant has 4 leaves. The other plant, how many leaves? 7. So this plant has 7 leaves. There's a difference. So when the number of leaves are different, right? When the number of leaves are different, okay, basically, when the number of leaves are different, what do you think the person who conducted the experiment is trying to do? Why did the person who conducted the experiment put two plants with different numbers of leaves? Why? So the change variable is number of leaves lah, right? So what was Shanti trying to find out? What do you think? There's only, you see, so basically after 3 days, you see, this question is a bit weird. I mean, it's interesting lah. Okay, after 3 days, okay, of course, she recorded the amount of water left in the measuring cylinders. You can see the water levels differ. Original water level is here. Original water level is here and here. Wait, this one is a bit too thick. Original water level is here and here. Original water level. Yeah. Right? Okay, so basically after some time, okay, the final water level, as you can see, final water level basically in the case of, in this case, final water level is here. But in this case, this one, there's a bit of an error. Sorry, the final water level is actually here. Ignore the dotted line, guys. Please ignore the dotted line. Yes? Understand? Draw the Shazan, draw also, Shazan. Right? So copy my blue lines. So for setup A, the blue line is here, right? Can see? Is the same as the dotted line. But here, ignore this dotted line. Cancel the dotted line. The final water level is lower, right? You can see it's below 50, right? So this water level is below 50 cm cube. You guys have learned volume in math, right? In math class. Okay, so this one above 50 cm cube. Exactly what value, okay, the water level, the final water levels are, we don't really need to know. Okay, we just need to know one is above 50, one is below 50. So basically, what's she trying to find out? What's the answer? What's the answer? Shazan, what do you think? Safa, Humaira?
Number 2.
What do you think? No, because why do we not say number 2? Because both plants do not have roots. Yeah, and we know based on question 7 just now, the plants can absorb water when placed in, okay, when placed in water, the plants can absorb water because the water can go up the stem, even without roots. Okay, but when the plant is in the soil, the plant needs the roots to absorb water. Okay, now, so it's not number 1, it's not number 2 lah. So it's number 4, yes, it's number 4. Okay, because we can see that, okay, when, okay, number 4 is correct. Why is number 4 correct? Because when the plant, okay, why is it correct? Because when the, oops, yeah, because when the plant has more leaves, the final water level is lower or higher? The final water level is lower, right? Right? Okay, meaning that more water was absorbed by the plant.
Yes, Instagram.
Make sense? Okay, because you see, if the water level goes lower, okay, then you can conclude that the plant was the one that took in more water lah. Okay, the plant with the more leaves took in more water. That's why the setup with more leaves had a lower final water level. Yeah, can so I put here remove. Can okay. Okay, so question 12 settled. Okay, question number 13. Number 13. This is like P3 stuff, huh? P3 question. Okay, now Sharina classified the 4 plants as shown. You all know the word classified. That means grouped. Classified means grouped. Okay, to classify plants is to group plants, place plants in different groups. There's group 1, group 2. Okay, group 1, B and D. B and D, group 1. Group 2, okay, I use red. Group 2, A and C, group 2. The red ones are group 2, the green ones are group 1. Okay, now, what do you, group, okay, group 2, you have A and C. What's the similarity? What's the similarity? Spot the similarity. What is the same in group A and group C? Something is, okay? There's one similarity. What is it? Type of leaf age, correct. Type of leaf age. Yeah, you have straight and straight. Right? But what about the other group? You have jagged and jagged, right? B and D both jagged, correct? So that means the answer is number 2, right? Type of leaf edge. That's the answer, right? The answer is number 2, type of leaf edge. So you have straight versus jagged. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe one last one before we call it a day lah. Okay. Question 14. Two setups X and Y. This one, you have both plants placed in water, but one plant has 4 roots. The other plant has how many roots? Too many to count. We just put many roots lah, more than 4 lah. Many roots, more than 4. No need to count. In the exam, don't go and count. No time to count in the exam. You just put many roots lah. Again, there's oil to prevent evaporation. Okay, now, what will happen? You know what will happen. When there are more roots, what will happen? When the plant with more roots will absorb more. More roots absorb more water. Yeah? No, more. You see there are many tiny little subdivisions. Okay, now the setup Y has more roots. That means setup Y will absorb more water than setup X. So the amount of water left in the pot, what can you say? What can you say? What do you think is the answer? Which one will go down more? Okay, Y will go down more, right? Water level in Y. So basically, okay, I can say water level, we can say that water level in Y, okay, goes down. Okay, maybe we can say it goes down faster because there's an element of time here. It goes down faster than, okay, then water level in X. Okay, that I can just say then in X. So basically, Y will go down, X will go down, but Y will go down faster. So which one is the answer? Has to be number what? Number 2. Because you see, this one goes down faster with time. It goes down very fast. This one goes down slowly. Why is it not number 1, not number 3, not number 4? Why? Because this one goes up. How can it go up? The roots absorb water, so it must go down. This one, why wrong? Because they say the amount of water in Y is unchanged, no change. Cannot be. This one both go up, also cannot be. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so it has to be number 2. Can? Only number 2 makes sense. Oops, ayo. Only number 2 makes sense. Okay, so this is question 14. We finished question 14. We'll stop here for today. Next week, Coach Shoaib should be back. Then the other coach will guide you through the other questions. Okay, take care, both of you. Okay, bye, Shazan. Take care. See you soon. Okay, bye.